Picking up right where we left off in the last one. Welcome back to Hollywood Animal. And Jack Sharp wants to work with me here. Another 6.4 cinematographer. Yeah, he's pretty good. Let's go ahead and grab him for 3 movies there. 57,000 bucks. Might have been able to get away with doing that one for 3 years. It probably would have cost me maybe like an extra 40 grand, but I could have got him for maybe 5 movies for that. So it might have been better to do that. He's fairly cheap. Rena Barrett, however, not so cheap. And if I need you, I'll call you, okay? Sorry about that, but that's how I'm going to do that one. Standing Proud is a pretty good film, up to 5.4, 5.5. The one following it, coming in after it, is a little lower ranking. So, yeah. So knowing that, we can put our good ones on this one. Let's get the 6.0s here. Try to improve this film a little bit. And we'll have Emma tackle the one after this. Because Emma can actually raise this other one up. The Iron Teacher can be rated up there. Terry Carroll was beaten. Whoa. Gernstein. Crazy. Okay. Gernstein's putting in the hits, I guess. Okay. They're a little bit mad. Guess I struck a nerve somewhere. Let's bring this down to about like there. It's probably fine. Somewhere around this area is good. This is fine. Okay. Let's go ahead and let Sergeant Willis go in there one more time. And then the square. What a square. Wendy Carpenter's film will release after that. We had the Iron Teacher here, 4.9 and a 6.0. I didn't see that coming for the artistic score on this. This is the one with Sibylle Riedler, our German ambitious woman here, with Leland, who turns out the film worked really well, right? Sometimes you just need a little service, a little oral service to get there, all right? Just saying, sometimes it happens. We could throw a rap party. Maybe he can get his own encore for that. Okay, I'm done. Let's go over here. If you didn't see the last video, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. You're probably thinking to yourself, based on what I said, that it's something naughty. And you'd be right. You would be right. It's exactly what you're thinking it is. Yeah. With the lead. There it goes. And good. Okay, so hopefully we don't take that quality down too far. We now have audience analytics. It's going to let us have more detailed information about a film's target audience. And that means we're going to be able to see who will really like it, who will kind of like it, and then who will not like it. And it will break it down more specifically for us. So this is going to be very good for that. We could also do post-release analytics to see how well things happen. Isn't that what it is? We'll report information about the audience that came to the theaters. That could be good. I think, though, that I would kind of like to maybe get some hush money going. I think I will want hush money, but let's get the orphanage visits and the surprise wedding appearances and stuff. Let's get these because they're very fast. You can get them in like 50 days. So we'll get that really first. Okay, a couple of things we have to pay attention to here. One, we obviously want to get some more stuff done on the code today. So I have 839 influence points. It's not as much as I would like. The mayor, we have 161 days on this, and I can't throw the party right now. So I only have 20 GP. So we'll work on that. We'll keep that going, I guess. We want to take down the... I think probably rape is what we want to remove from the code because we have a film that's pending and I can't release it until that's lifted. So probably want to get that going and get that taken care of. I might need somewhere around 900. It looks like 900 or so is the appropriate number. Somewhere around there is what it seems anyway. Unfortunately, Wendy is maxed out at 2.0. Yep. It's going to be a while, Wendy, until you're a star. It's going to be a while. We now have the water tower, though. So that's neat. We'll go ahead and build that right down over here, I think. So let's go build. Oh, no, it's already built. Sorry, I'm really confusing. No, the water tower is built. We researched it. We got it done last video, and then we built it right here. That's where I planned to build it. And then now I'm throwing my whole sense out the window, guys. My brain is not working right now. It's okay. We're going to correct it as we go. Rings on every finger. Now let's pause this really quick. This is 5 days from being done. This is our film with Lawrence Bush. This is the drama that we need with Lawrence Bush. This is our factory project. We have 48 days left to release this. Once this is done, that means 43. So we need to make sure that our distribution schedule allows this to release in 43 days. Or so we might need to rush it. 6 weeks, right? 6 weeks is 42 days. It's very close, right? So probably want to make it a week earlier than that. We're going to have to at least spend a little bit more on distribution to get that film out the door, probably. Congress has passed the Social Security Act. Oh, joy. That probably means my wages are going up. America now has a federal insurance system for seniors, low-income families, and people with disabilities. Economist Arlo Frost offered his thoughts on the new law to a reporter for the City Lights newspaper. Quote, "If you translate the law's confusing text into normal human language, it means that old people and lazy people can sit at home on the taxpayer's nickel." That's interesting. So they used to say nickel. If you guys, I don't know where you guys are from, but like normally we say taxpayer's dime. It's kind of a common thing to just off the tongue. You say, I don't want it to be on my dime. So it's just interesting that they say nickel back then. It was worth a lot more back then, so I guess. Anyway, only crazy people and communists could come up with something like this. Some people don't like the Social Security program being introduced. Okay. So rings down every finger is done. We want to rush this. Rushing is the wrong word. We want to make sure that it's released before the deadline, which I believe is about 42 days. It did get decreased a little bit. Saw that coming, right? Just the way it works, but it didn't get hurt that bad. Our editor was 6.2 and our composer is locked at 8.0. So it didn't get hurt that much, but it's still a little bit. And then distribution. Ooh, I like this one. Look at how sinister he sits there. This big red suit. So it's about 42 days. So I think 6 weeks is probably too long. So we're going to go ahead and rush this. Put it a week earlier. That should mathematically work out in our favor, even if it does cost us more per copy. Let's bring this up. I don't know where it needs to be. We're just going to do something like this. That's fine. We'll bring this in here. Now we want to target this to the right audience this time. And we should have more information to allow us to do that now. So we go in here and we can now see that the audience that will most enjoy this film are men and young men. Audience that will moderately enjoy the film are women and young women. And then boys and girls will not. So just leave Spice Mice out of the equation, basically. So if we want to target this really well, I would say most likely Spark, Vane Pascal, Nate Sparrow Press, and then if I wanted to add another one, we could do Pierre Zola here. I think that would probably be okay. Pierre Zola is like the higher artistic crowds. It might work out okay. These three I think are pretty good here. If I want to target men better though, perhaps it would be better to take maybe add Ross, because this is going to add more of like the young men and the men who are driving to work and stuff, right? We don't want to go too heavy on advertising. We don't want to spend too much, but I think this is okay. NBG, yeah, I mean, we could introduce that too. I don't know how effective that is relative to Nate Sparrow. I think Nate Sparrow seems like it has more circulation, more distribution. Vane Pascal looks like its circulation seems small, but they're celebrated for their expertise and exciting interviews, especially among young, intelligent people. Okay, so like I'm assuming young men is included in that. So we're going to go with these four here, see how well that applies. I'm thinking we're probably going to get a lot of people visiting this. For the tricks, we have a few available, but who do we have that will actually do them? So let's see. Who will do them? Okay, Alan will do it, and so will Donald. So we have the ability to do two of them. Why don't we go ahead and try to help a drunkard here? We'll have Alan do that. And we'll select some agents to go and help you. Let's say these three agents will go help you. 95% chance of success there. I like that. Then I think we're probably going to have some pretty decent hits here, but we probably want to accelerate third week and fourth week. So why don't we have another, like a hospice visit right here? We can have Donald visit the hospice here. And so that's a 90% chance of success. So we end up with like a really good first week, probably a pretty decent second week. We can get a good bump. Because of this event, we'll get a good bump here. And then maybe as it wears off, we get this one, which will kick us into more events over here. So I think that's probably how we'll try that. You can ignore Luckiest Day of the Year. That one's just on the schedule, but it's not actually scheduled. Like this is the one with rape in the storyline. Okay, let's confirm that. We'll see how that goes. Now, that's going to release in 36 days, and that puts us within 41. Yeah, so we had to accelerate that a little bit, but we managed to make that happen. Good. Ulrich Bailey. Thanks to the new Social Security law, we need to raise labor wages by 20%. That is a significant increase, isn't it? Minimum wage will increase from $120 to $144 per month, though, of course, laws don't apply to illegal workers. We're going to get into cheaper labor in a little bit. Once we go to the ethnic composition thing, that's in a year or so, year and a half or so. We'll get in there and start doing that. Just not quite yet. So it's going to get a little more expensive for us in the short term, but I'm doing pretty well financially. I think it'll be fine. And then also it's going to we have to raise it by 20%, but if we do it by 22%, just an extra 2%, we can raise our reputation. I like that better. So let's do that. So from there, didn't find any new things. Come on, man. 54%. Make it happen. We have Bad Blonde. Bad Blonde should have... Yeah, we have other editors and stuff available again. So let's get this going. Get them editing this too. Okay, now, onwards. Not yet, not yet. Hold on. Harry. Holy crap, Harry. Why do you want so much money? Did you win something? I mean, you've done a lot of films, but look at the, like, they're not that great. Luckiest Day of the Year is there. I mean, I'm not going to give you this. Now, the issue here I have, though, is like, can I still release this film if you're not, I can still release it, right? You're done. You're just not working on it. So how do I release this movie for distribution? Does it still work? I'm going to say I'm out here. So you're still the producer of this movie. Can I still distribute this without its producer attached to it anymore? Because you're still here on this list, but you don't work for me anymore. So that's interesting. Now your terms of employment are way lower. Oh my gosh, you just dropped it by... Yeah, look, now it's only $13.29. So if I say no, I can rehire you for like a third of what you were asking for. Okay. Sure. That's the thing it'll let me do. Great. Okay, Frame Tone Pure is done. Now, this thing I think is retroactive. If I was making a movie right now, I think it would be retroactive. But now that I've got that, though, I can go in and I want to make a new movie, get things going. I wanted to, like, you know, get started on the scripts, and I actually don't have any scripts to buy. So what we want to do, we have what? 8, 16, 24 scripts. Why do you have so many scripts, Charlie? Again, because the factory, I want to be able to... The chances that I can pull these off are greater if I have a lot of scripts already done, right? This is how many scripts? This is 13 films in a row with all fresh story elements. I got to have a lot of scripts to be able to pick and choose and get that done. And I can also make my own. This right here, way easier to do if you have a lot of scripts, right? 13 films in a calendar year, way easier to do if I have, like, say, 24 scripts sitting there, because I don't have to wait for the writing process. I can just start immediately producing them. So this is very easy here. This is the reason why I have them for real, though. It's so that I can more likely meet this criteria here. Okay. So that said, Banquet's done in 3 days. I think we can probably hit the thing now. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to try to remove rape from this. I got to cross my fingers here and hope that I'm not first to vote, right? Hopefully I'm near the end. We want to be last to vote. The best place to be because you don't overspend. Of course I'm first to vote again. Why does this game keep doing this? Okay. Real quick, let me just pull you. I don't need to spy on these guys. I know what they're doing. Let's pull them out of there. And are there any more security guards? So I like you guys. Level 3s here, right? So why don't we take and remove Everett? He's a level 1 for 664. We can fire him. And we can replace you with a higher level person. So that we're down 1 security guard. We have to keep track of that. We can't hire too many. We can also maybe bring in this level 2 is 815. That's pretty expensive. Elmer Duncan's 387. That's a level 1. I can put these guys on film sets though. I don't care about, like, having level 1 is fine. I don't think it's a big deal to have level 1s. So I'm looking at, like, what's the value I'm getting. This is an 815. It's the most expensive security guard I have. So you're level 2. I'm going to go ahead and drop you. And we can hire both of the level 3s. Now, this level 3 is cheaper than the one I just fired. This one's a bit more expensive, and that's okay. So we now replaced a level 1 and a level 2 with 2 level 3s. So our staff has just improved. Again, it's okay. I think it's okay to have a couple level 1s. They don't need to go do the spy stuff. They can just be on the film sets so that if something happens on set, I have people there ready to go, right? I have ways to solve problems with people there. That's how that's working out. I could also potentially, since Gernstein's taking out hits on my guys, we could fire back, honestly. Can we fire back? Let's see what we can do here. Bootleggers. We got 50. We got 50 points with you. What do you think? Should we go beat somebody up? Gernstein? You should go beat some of Gernstein's people up. Look at Billy Nash over here. He's what a turncoat. I don't really know about the whole beating women thing. But, yeah, we could. We really could. I could also get May. You could go get May low, too. You know, what about directors? You got a good director here. Hey, he's pretty good. Hugh Sharp, he's pretty good. Fan favorite. Fresh perspective. Okay. Producers, cinematographers. He only has 1. He's won so many awards. It's kind of crazy. 3 awards. You have some good screenwriters too. 7.4 over here. I like it. Okay. Why don't we screw with your cinematographer for a bit? Why don't you go pay him a visit? See how you like that, Kernstein. Oh, good. Even Evergreen's beating my people now. Wanda's been beaten. 82 days. Okay, Evergreen. Okay, so clearly I need to put some people under protection, I guess. That's just got to happen now. Everybody's getting beat downs. 27% of this is nothing. Let's just gut that. All right, well, I mean, at least they're beating. They're not above it. See, they're beating down my women too. See, that's crazy. They're doing it too. Protection from police has expired. Let's hold another banquet really quick. And let's refresh our police protection. Hi, cop. That's what we want. Protection from police raids. And then, you know what? Why don't we, why don't we go pay Evergreen Movies a visit? See how you guys like beating me down. Yeah, the cops will go pay you a visit now. Jerks. Now we're down to 33 GP. Drugs in the studio. Don't want to have a lot of movies being done during this time. This is 6 months of... we confiscate from the public. We sell it at your studio for a discount. So, like, they're going to be selling drugs on the studio. You're going to have some people maybe getting addicted to things. That sucks. You're going to get lower productivity. Films are going to start taking hits. Like their quality is going to be dipping and stuff, especially during production time. So this isn't great. You want to have like a lot of finished movies over the next 6 months. You don't really want to have a lot of movies in production that you really care about. A lot of junk movies would be okay. You know, put good people at like 5, 6, 7 skill. Give them like 3.0 scripts because they're going to perform way under their skill level during this. And then cinema raids. Maybe have less movies going on during this. It's okay. It's kind of a more passive thing. I don't particularly like it, but this will give us more goodwill with the police for the next 6 months. So if I don't have a lot of movies happening, which right now I have a lot of stuff in the back end here. If I have a lot of stuff here, but not here, that would be an okay thing to do. For now, I'm going to leave it the way it is, but that would be an okay thing to do there. Do we want to, yeah, we beat him. It's good. We beat their cinematographer. See how that, do we want to have the vote, even though we're going to be at the front of the voting? Do we want to have the vote anyway? I don't know. Got 100% attendance here and here, which is nice. 41 on this. Let's go 398,000 is what we had. It's pretty good. Let's bring it down to 1,800. We'll go 1,400. We'll go 982 and 757. And you know what? We can probably extend this 2 weeks. Let's extend that 2 weeks and see what happens. We're making pretty good money on that right now. So let's go ahead and do that. What I'm most interested in here is whether or not we're going to be able to do the second factory one. Like, the next one going to be good. Okay. Do we waste this? Do we just wait until we... I think we do, right? I'm just going to go 1. I'm going to make them waste their stuff again. See how much influence points they want to collectively put in here. Because they do. They spend their influence points anyway. Yeah, look. They put 264 into there. So, basically, 829, 830. So, if I put 900 points... If I put 900 points into this, I could beat it. So, that's an idea. I don't have to put 1,000. I think maybe I'll do 950 just to be safe. But I want to propose it again. I want to bring it up again and hope that I'm not very first to do this. Put the Iron Teacher on the schedule here. We'll put it over here. And 6 weeks, there we go. Iron Teacher here looks pretty good. We can go maybe this many showings, this many showings, this many showings. It's not an exact science. I don't really care. And we'll put this here like that. All right, so this one is really just for women. Velvet Gloss seems like a good fit there. Moderately enjoying this film, men, young women. So, okay, we could maybe try this. This would be okay. Yeah, I think so. And then these guys stay out of it. So we'll try these 3 go. And then we could try to boost this a little bit more, I guess, on this end by getting like a hospice visit. She won't do it and he won't do it. So these guys won't do any tricks anyway. It doesn't matter. We will continue without the tricks. So there we go. Okay. Passed away. Script department. Rodney Keller. Oh my gosh. He gave Hollywood. He's only 43. Oh, my script guy. This is the bad part, right? So you have 40% bonuses to the research on this guy. 40% bonus. And now I've lost that because he died of a mysterious illness, right? So that's the risk of putting all your upgrades and level ups into one guy, is that when he goes away, you lose it all. So now my script department doesn't have a head of department anymore. I have to hire a new department head, and, you know, they're not going to be as equipped. Not as good at all, and also not as cheap. So that's not good. So can I get salary? Let's take a look at who's the cheapest. Who's the cheapest? You're the cheapest. And then I want to see who already has a bonus that's not influence based. Gosh, everybody's all like influence bonuses. That sucks. Nobody. You're the only one that comes with this. Ugh. That stinks. Okay, well, I'm gonna go cheap here. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go as cheap as I can here, and then that'll unlock this stuff. But then again, our research, 83 days is left in this. We did commit to getting the bonus, so I think you get to keep that through the current research. I think the current research stays sped up, but after that, everything is slower. So that sucks. But the good news is at least this will be done. And then we can work on things like Script Doctor next after that. And we're not going to get any level ups for that, though. So we're just going to have to start kicking out scripts, I guess. Oh boy, we're not finding any elements either, which is also great to not find, right? This will also help our script department if we could find these elements. We're just not. Even though we have like a 50-50 shot, we're still not getting those. So unfortunate indeed. Maybe we should juggle some of our writers. We could see if there's an improvement we could do there. Emma, you tried. It's okay. You gave it your best shot. That wasn't even Emma's film. You guys are maxed out. You guys should have done better. 6.0s, I expected better of you. Okay, somehow they took it down. Standing proud. Let's go ahead and put this into distribution right now. I can stick it here. Let's go 6 weeks out. I can put it here. I can actually have it released right alongside. Not a lot. If I go 1 week behind, I think I will just keep it there though. Nah, I can get more for it if I release it a little later. Let's release it like on Thanksgiving instead. Yeah, I can get more for it there. It's okay. We'll go like this, and this. Ignore the luckiest day of the year. It's just sitting there. You can't actually do anything yet. Okay, this one, women, men, young women. Okay, so same thing. I think pretty much the same thing here. We want to go kind of like this. Is probably where we want to target. Yeah, I don't know about this one necessarily, but we're going to target it anyway. There we go. And can we do anything with this? So you won't do anything. You won't do anything. You don't even work for me anymore, so you definitely won't do anything. Opal will do it. And I think we'll have Opal go ahead and try to rescue a drunkard. Wow. Yeah. And then we'll have you guys can go over there and help her. Okay. 95% chance of success. Let's confirm that. Okay. Where are we at here? 11 days. 11 days on the ring. We have a new genre. We can make horror movies now. Ooh. That's something that happens with time. That's not something that happens because of our script department or anything like that. It's like at certain dates, you start getting introduced to new genres that you can make. Like for a story workshop, for example, I can go in, I can choose a different genre if I want to now. So I can do aliens if I want to, right? Or out of this world. What a terrible name for a movie. I'll just do alien. It's fine. Alien's all right. Now we have science fiction. We have horror. We could do a science fiction horror. Those work out pretty well, actually. We could go in and do something like 60-40. Be all right. It's probably closer to this. For Alien, I think it's probably closer to this. God, that's hard for Alien. It's right in the middle, honestly. We could just do 50-50. It's okay. This doesn't take place on a spaceship at all, though. That's the hard part, is like you can get the genre, but you don't have the setting that goes with the genre. All right? I don't really have a setting that goes with this genre very well. So if I do a modern American city for a sci-fi, that's it's not really going to work well. Fantasy Kingdom is definitely not what I'd want either. So like none of these work. I need space, right? I need space. So we're just going to delete this one. We'll work on it later. Horror could work. Just not science. I just can't do science fiction, but horror could work. Maybe we do That's Gross. It could be a comedy horror. Now we'll do a drama, a horror thriller is probably more accurate here, and we can go something like this. We could have this take place in let's try the modern American city here just to see what happens, how things develop. So our protagonist for That's Gross, it could be a wayward soul. They've lost their way, started down a dark path. It could. A detective, maybe they're working on some kind of case here. Cowboy, knight, daring adventurer, retired legend, soldier. Maybe a soldier. I like wayward soul here. I think that's probably pretty good. Enemy from the past is interesting. Haven't really used that yet. Now I kind of want to make a movie about the enemy from the past. I kind of want to make this a retired legend coming out of retirement to face an enemy from his past. I kind of like that right now. We can say there's a sheriff involved in that, I guess. We can maybe switch this to a Wild West setting. In that case, that actually works pretty well. We could switch this to, let's have maybe, we need a female character in there. We could put in, do we really want a wizard? Yeah, I don't think so. I didn't think so. It's not good. A rival would be a good thing there too. Maybe they're both. Rival doesn't work for the enemy from the past thing. Themes. Can't use generous profanity. One last job. I don't think that really works with the theme we have so far. Let's bring that out. We're going to have a shootout. That makes sense. We could do a thrilling chase. That would make sense. 6 out of 8 here. We can put this from a avenging loved ones. Yep, that makes sense. And then at the end, the antagonist dies. The enemy dies. I want the antagonist to die. Yes. So that would work. The retired legend. I think there was I think I might pull the sheriff out of here. I don't know. We'll see. Because I wanted to. It's this one right here. The protagonist pulled back in. This works really well with this. These two here. So I kind of want that instead. So maybe instead of avenging the loved ones, we have him pulled back in. I like that better. I think it's going to flow better. The thriller horror. And then we can select our screenwriter for this one. All we have is a comedy writer. So we can go to the... now, do we want to have this be just here? We could add some action to this. We could bring this as like a 30%, 45, 25. Then I can't use it as a 50% thriller. So maybe I do this. I think I like this. This is okay. Because we do have some action. We have a shootout here. So we have to have some action here. So on the freelancers side of things, we could maybe have Clayton write it. Because he's like way less expensive than Joe Hughes, who's won 3 awards. Yeah, it's not an adventure movie. So this is going to be Clayton's thing. He's going to be done in 200 days. We'll have that one written for us. That's fine. And then I think we have to write our own scripts if we want our script department to do things, our script department to level up, right? So I think Sherman here, why don't we take this writer and fire him? Sherman's gone. We can take Harley. I think you're probably gone here too. I'm going to hire some better writers. So let's get you out of here. So I can afford 2 more writers. We're going to have Cornelius try to find me something random is fine. And then I'm going to have 2 more writers hired. Let's see who's free. Who we have. Joe Hughes is actually considering free. Okay. 19,000 is not cheap at all. Nobody's cheap here. In order of skill, this is all we have available too. That's unfortunate. I can get a good romance writer here for 19,000. I guess he's okay because he can probably find me some stuff. I can afford him too. Let's hire him. We're also going to give you some extra gifts to really bump up that happiness, buddy. I want your performance to be better. And then I can afford 1 more writer. And I guess bringing Harley back might be the only thing I can do here. Because he is technically really cheap for what he does, right? Like he's incredibly cheap. He's basically free. Gallagher. Yeah, I mean, I can't beat this. The value here. I know I just fired him, but you're hired again, and that will just make you happy. I guess. Your chances of finding is 41%. Find me something random. That's good. And then for my new writer, Herbert, you have a 76% chance of finding me something. Find me a new setting. I want to get like space as a setting so I can do sci-fi stuff, right? So let's have him try that instead. Okay. The German government has curtailed the rights of its Jewish population. The law for the protection of German blood and German honor deprives Jews of citizenship and prohibits marriages between Germans and Jews. The U.S. Immigration Service is preparing for an influx of refugees. Everybody is leaving Germany, not just ordinary Germans, but famous filmmakers too. Here's a quote from the Berliner Herald. Quote, I moved to America as soon as I found out about the new law. I'm a nobody here, but what else could I do? Germany is no longer a place for creativity. It's Jörg Kramer, I don't know how you say it, the director of Stardance and Needle in the Linden Tree. An anonymous source at Gernstein Brothers told the Los Angeles Tribune that the new German laws are a real godsend for Hollywood. The studio is planning to sign contracts with several famous German directors. They do good work and cost almost nothing. I don't know what they did to annoy Hitler, but we need more people like that. I agree. Hey, man. Let's go ahead and see what there's, if they're even available yet. So if I say free, and I should be able to take a look at, I don't think they're available yet. I need to get Vivian to come work for me pretty soon here. Once I can refine her a bit more. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep that. I don't really have a use for her just yet. Same thing with May, because May is another one. I don't have a use for her just yet, so it's okay for now. Are there any new security people, I wonder? Editors? Any new editors I might be able to hire? Mildred is so expensive. Never mind Mildred. Undisciplined. Silvano's okay. Hot-tempered perfectionist. He's all right. 5.0, 7,000 a month. He's okay. We could take a look at that maybe later. I don't see any of the German people here yet, though, so we're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer, I think, for them to arrive. It should take many months for them to come over on the boat, right? Isn't that how it works? Okay, we want to go ahead and do this again. So let's grab this. Let's see if we can get this out of here. Hopefully we don't vote at the very end again. Or at the very beginning again, sorry. God, man. Is this random or is it just like biased towards this, you know? Maybe I'll try it. Maybe we'll just put 950 in and see what happens. Because it seems like pretty consistently 900, 950 would work. So we'll give it a shot. Orphanage visit is done. Do we want the surprise wedding for 50 more days? We could do that. We could head down to defend the innocent. We could go printing office, which is really, really, really expensive on days. Post-release analytics could be worth it. I think we'll just start the wedding appearance for now because it's really cheap to get. And we can use it while we're doing the other things. Leroy Newton, our legal executive, says that you may have noticed that there's a rickety chicken coop wedged into the west side of the studio lot. I didn't notice, but now I'm going to look for it. It turns out it's not chicken that lived there, but Jed Crenshaw, a grumpy, mean old man who refused to sell his property and regularly writes complaints about us. At first, we dismissed his harmless scribbles, but the old man got wise and enlisted the support of a veterans organization. Yes, the old man says he's a veteran. He claims to have been through 3 wars, although he won't tell anyone which ones. In his 14th letter, he's complaining that Hollywood is louder than Verdun. I highly doubt that. And he deserves peace and quiet. Anyway, the old man wants money. Or he'll go to court and demand even more. His chances are good. Juries love deaf old veterans. Fine. $250,000. I'm paying less. I'm paying double this for a single banquet. So get him out of my hair. It's fine. Rings on every finger. Let's go. All right. That takes care of the factory requirement. Seems pretty good. Now we want to see what else is next. What is the next factory requirement? I've been waiting and not doing a whole lot of productions, right? I don't hardly have anything going on right now. It's because I want to know what the factory wants. What do people want to see? I want to make what they want to see. All right, rings on every finger is going to do pretty well. We did spend over $1 million on this, though. The behemoths would be proud. Okay, it's going to demand's going to show up right about now. Gosh dang it, Ted. Okay, so they want some very specific things, kind of. Roger Fox, an action movie with a soldier in 200 days. We can do that. I think that's possible to do. He's not currently doing any films right now, right? I think he's... Yeah, I don't think he's doing any films at the moment. So I think we do this one with a soldier, an action movie. We can do this. Oh, I shouldn't have accepted that yet, right? I shouldn't have accepted that yet. Whoops. Anyway, 200 days left. We should start right now. So what's our action movie going to be? It's got to be at least, what, 50%? 60% action. Okay, 60% action. We got to have a script that could do this. Should not have accepted that yet, but it is what it is. This is 65. So this will count. And we just get Roger Fox to direct it. So this will work. It's not that great of a script, but we could do it. This one's all action. Drink from My Skull. Always loved that title. This one here is 65%. This one's a little bit more his speed. 20%. Okay, so we have a couple of options here. I think maybe we can get him to do this one. Don't Start Without Me. This can be a maximum of 6. This one here could be a maximum of 6 as well. And he'll definitely make this script better. Working Man. Yeah, serial killer, rival. Looks pretty good. Let's sign him up for this one. All right, so cinematographer for this doesn't have to be super big. It's not going to be that big of a movie, right? So we'll put Jack Sharp on this. That's okay. Actually, every time I put Jack Sharp on something, it dies. So let's not put Jack Sharp on this. Come on now. Can I have... Come on, game. Come on, game. Yeah, there we go. Okay. It seems like it dies. Since these guys are on timers, why don't we just put Everett on this one? So Everett can go on this one. We'll give him B1. Yep, it's fine. We'll go ahead and do this one. It's going to be a Roger Fox directed film. So this way we go. Filming is here. Frame time pure is there. We'll just give you all the fixins. Why not? And our producer for this can be Alvin. That's fine. Our director is Roger Fox, who has only 467 days left in his contract. When he's done with this one, we got to put him right back to work. Our working man. This already satisfies the requirements. It's going to be done in 131 days. We got to have to put the second team on it, all those things. But if we can get this to hit 5 in pre-production, then we could, if it can lock to 5 in pre-production, then we can do the 7-day thing. So why don't we get Tom Stone as our working man? Are you well known for being in a working man situation? You're good for dramas. You have not been a working man in a while. So we'll get you here. And then just want to bump your loyalty up just a tad bit more. Your rival for this film can be Alan Calhoun. It's fine. And then your serial killer for this movie, we can have it be Leslie. Oh, yeah, because his... Actually kind of like Alan for the serial killer vibe. Yeah, I think we'll have the serial killer. The rival can be Leslie, and then the serial killer will be Alan. I'm picking them because they're on a timer. And they're going to try to... I need to pick people who are well above this so I can hopefully get it pinned to 5. Because if I can get it to be 5.0, then I can, again, run that 7 days, 16-hour thing for the factory. Make that happen. Okay, so while that's happening, we can now do a different film if we want to. So why don't we go with To the Very Top? 100% adventure. And that's a pretty good one for keeping it for later, right? These ones that are mixed, like this one here, is probably better because like saving these are great for the factory, because if it wants adventure or wants romance, I have one that's absolutely dedicated to that, right? So I think the mixture ones like this one are better to do. So, but this one's got the generous profanity in it. Crown of Ulrich. Let's try this one. So this will be Ralph Taylor. We'll get Soundstage V2 available. It's going to be handy for a couple of different scenes here. So it looks like I can get higher quality here. Yep, there we go. And then bump this up, bump that up. There we go. Filming tech is good. That way. Give you all the good stuff you need to keep this at 7. We'll put Joe Sullivan on this. He's at 7.0. Hang on. He can't participate because his contract will expire in 88 days. Who will it now? All right. Is there a better one? Wayne Erickson's pretty good. He just doesn't like women. Okay. Well, he doesn't think they're real people. I guess. Let's see. Rapid Chandler. Ralph Brewer, maybe Ralph Brewer. Ralph Brewer's okay. We'll bring him in for 3 years. He is 285 for 3 years, man. Ralph Brewer, holy crap. All right, that's very expensive. We'll pay him. It's good. And we'll get you in on this one. Director Herman. This is a hypocrisy one. Ancient puzzle. We could get Harley here instead. He likes the ancient puzzles. Real quick, though, is anybody on a timer instead? Should be all movies here. It's not, though. Ricky is on a timer. Ricky's not going to be this one, though. So go back to Mr. Ancient Puzzles. Hypocrisy, alcohol, freedom, love triangle. Yeah, I think let's give you Harley on this one. Detective for this can be Donald. He looks like a detective, doesn't he? Doesn't he look like a detective? He looks like he could play a detective. Our patriarchal figure. Why? Why do we care? I mean, it makes sense if the detective was a woman. Why do we care about a patriarchal figure with a woman with a film that doesn't have a woman in it? Ay. Who are these writers? All right. Mr. Norris. Bill Ramsey. If I remember correctly, Bill Ramsey was quite expensive, wasn't he? He's 112 for 3 movies. Who were you? Oh, boy. Okay. Never mind. You were pretty cheap, actually. 180,000. All right. Bill Ramsey it is. How much were you? Hey, you're reasonable. Probably going to be less reasonable after I have to renew it from you, but that's okay. Let's give you a little bit of loyalty pep up here and pop that in place too. Okay. So a couple movies happening now. Good. Can we remove the story element? I don't know. I might go for it here because it looks like it's pretty consistently around that 900 or so mark. I don't want to spend all these resources and have it wasted. I would rather overspend than underspend and then lose it all anyway and not have any results, right? So I think I am going to stick with 1,000 here. But I'm wondering if they'll get more aggressive. It looks like they will, right? Get more aggressive. They're not aggressive enough though. So I am over it. It looks like, yeah, 900 would have worked. So seems like it costs pretty consistently around 900 to get rid of these elements. But that means, because that's gone now, it means this film can be released. Yes. So now I can push this ooh, Standing Proud's taking all of it, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, well, you know what? This will be a Christmas miracle or comedy, 100% comedy for Christmas right there. Luckiest day. We can just push this all the way out. I'll give it all of it. And then Standing Proud's going to have one more run, though. So let's not give it all of it. Let's go. We can go out here. Or I could just buy more theaters. I could just buy more theaters. Well, no, I'll just buy more theaters. We'll just go like this. That's fine. We'll buy more theaters between now and then. And then we'll go like this. Let's have men. Okay, so probably here. Women, young men. So we could do something like this. It's not the greatest. I did want to get Pierre in here, but I don't think it matters as much. These are older people. Yeah, we could maybe take this away and go like this. All right, we'll try that. And then just to get all the help we can here, we do have a lot of people here that could do this. So I'm thinking maybe Tom Stone won't do it. Leslie won't do it. Donald will. Gertrude won't. So we only get one trick. And I think we're going to try the drunkard thing. 7 days to prepare. We'll select some agents to go with you. Give you a 90% at least. 95% chance of success is the most you can do. You only can do 3. So we'll put 3 agents on that. Try to boost that first week as much as possible. And I think that's it. All right, so now we need to buy a few more theaters just to kind of help that out. So we'll go to theater management, and we're just going to bump this up, let's say, like that. Okay, we spent it a few more theaters. Now we have more for that other film to be able to release in our cinemas alongside it. Okay, got that trick. That worked, and this one can end. So What a Square is now out of theaters. Wendy's film is no longer showing. One more banquet. I'm hoping that that's the last banquet I have to do, at least for reversing the code. The only thing left in the code that's interfering with me now is generous profanity. And after that, we've pretty much butchered the code. It's just pretty much, it's very, very, it's not that big of a deal anymore. I wish I could kind of see what else is in the code right now. If I was to go and make a film, let's say I wanted to make, let's just call it Let's Say. And I'm not sure what it's going to be. What Let's Say is going to be a romantic comedy. Sure. We'll go something like this. And I haven't actually made a romantic comedy in a while. Yeah, somebody was criticizing. It was like, you just all you're making are these. Okay, I haven't made one of these in like 2 years in game. Okay, so we mixed it up. All right, that's what I'm saying. Let's Say is tropical island. Okay. Mostly I'm going in here because I wanted to see if there's like what is the deal here. We don't hardly have anything. Is generous profanity the only thing left? It is, yeah. It's the only thing left that's against the code. There are other things that are against the code. Things like police dying or the bad guy getting away, right? So like for a finale, if I had antagonist gets away, that would be disallowed too. But I haven't discovered that yet. So it's not in the list. So there are still some things, but since I haven't really unlocked it yet, it doesn't matter to me. This is the only one that's kind of getting in my way. And it's really only getting in my way because I have some scripts that I've purchased or I've written that have it that I can't make yet. But that's pretty much the only reason. Why don't we try this? We can have an ambitious woman who has a love interest. And this could be a reverse. We could have a rival who is going, there's a love triangle, right? So we could have this in reverse. We've seen the story with the two men competing over a woman. Now we've got the two women competing for a man, right? We got that going on. So we could see how that works. And then we could also say something like not saving, winning the beloved will be in this. And then we could also have the social rejection element could play a role somewhere, I suppose. We could say that the sweethearts will stay together. I think that's probably the one. Yeah. Ambitious woman. What is her main motivation here is just the patriarchal world. Yeah. So maybe our antagonist here could be patriarchal figure, works well with this. I'm not entirely sure how this plays into a love story, but we could just say that the sweethearts stay together in the end. Like that could just be a thing. The patriarchal figure just works well with this. And so we can see how that story goes. It's a romantic comedy, I guess. Yeah. Generally, rom-coms are not quite this balanced. There's usually a little bit of... we'll go 60-40 on this. Okay. Wait. Hold on. I'm down an element. No, I'm not. Yeah, it's filled 8-8. Okay. And then our freelancers for this one... not you. He doesn't like comedies. I don't know why people don't like comedies, but okay. We don't really need a great writer for this. I just wanted somebody who is open to writing it for a reasonable rate. We could do Matthew here. He's okay. We could also just let Hugh do it. He doesn't have an affinity for anything specific. So we could just let Hugh do it. He''s a little cheaper, but I think we actually get a better script by having Matthew, who likes comedies, write it over Hugh, who's just a tiny bit more professional, but he's also an alcoholic. Oh, there's an addict. I guess it's kind of the same thing here, but I think the one that's 5.5 with a comedy affinity is going to be better at it than the 5.8 with nothing. I think. We'll see. 171 days to get this script written. We'll go ahead and write this. But yeah, generally, I just want to look at that screen because that would show me which scripts are... which elements are still there, still available here. So generous profanity is the only one I'm going to have to deal with. That's nice. Is there technologies that we can buy? Buy technology. There's nothing available for sale. So essentially everything is going away. This isn't, but we have this already. And then this is going away. We're going to be left with only frame tone. We already have pure. And are we not working on this? I thought we were working on this. I want my team to work on that. Practicality. Let's make that better. There we go. Yeah, that's what we're on about now. Okay, so that's going to do it for me on this video. Almost neutered the code to the point where I just don't care about it anymore. We're almost there. We have Sybil Riedler. That's going to happen next video. I think it's the Iron Teacher, right? 24 days. That film will be done and released, and we can see what happens there. And then also, we're currently working on a film with Roger Fox, getting him done, or getting him going with that. That's Don't Start Without Me, right? Roger Fox. That's this one. So Don't Start Without Me. This one gets done, and that will be our second film for this demand. Looking pretty good. I'm feeling confident about it. We're going to get 3 in a row this time. Thanks for watching. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.